Good morning. Up early this morning here in Spain. I'm talking to you on the Insta 360 X3 that arrived 2 days ago. I'll put it there like that. I just thought I'd make a little video. I had the Insta 360 X1 or the 1X first, which was €330 from Amazon. I like that one because it's lighter. It's about half the size of the X3. It's almost half the price. The battery doesn't last as long. But if you've got it at the end of a pole, the lighter the better. This X3 at the end of a pole, my 3 meter long carbon pole, is bending like a fishing rod with a fish on the end. So I was twirling it around my head yesterday like this. And I needed 2 hands really to control it properly. It's one of the benefits of the X1, I'd say. But I love the X3. I love finding out what a new device can do. And I've been riding around the countryside. I've been on my e-wheel, on the e-bike, down in the Lebanon fields here. It's beautiful here in the spring. I'm in Alicante in Spain. Probably go to the coast today. It's going to be about 24 degrees. I just thought I'd make a little video, my thoughts of the cameras. I think they need to have a good lens protection or protector, preferably in glass that doesn't glare. Who wants glare? And you want to get the full benefit of your lenses. I can notice a bit of difference in the X3 from the X1, obviously, but not much. I mean, you're recording in 5.6K. There's all sorts of things you can do on both of them, like make it single screen recording 4K, 60 frames a second, or slow motion. I think you can record at 8K at 60 frames a second, things like that. I haven't tried that yet. I've used their tracking, which is good. When I was swirling it around my head, for example, you push the tracking button. I think it's called Fluid Track or something like that. On a DJI drone, it's called Active Track. But it does really track you well, but it takes quite a while for it to process that part of the video. Colours are very good. Yeah, getting back to the lens protection. As soon as you drop it, it is a sports action camera. I mean, it's probably going to get dropped, and people drop them. They scratch their lens, and it's not going to. You can't do anything about it. Maybe you could polish it out with a machine. I tried that with the GoPro once, with the grinding paste and polishing and polishing and polishing. It spent hours, and it still notices a bit. I got the scratch out, but it's not quite right. The sound's better on the X3. You've got 3 different modes where you haven't on the X1. So I was getting a lot of wind noise on the X1. But on the X3, I think I've got it now on voice focus, so it's focusing on me. And I believe if the camera's not focusing on me, it trails off a bit, the intensity of the recording of the voice. So that's good. The SIM card goes in then you put the battery in, much bigger battery. And I see you can buy those second-hand new on Amazon for about €37. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the camera cost me €539. So the X1 was €200 less. And you could buy the X2 for €100 less. But you might as well you're always going to be wondering what it's like to have the X3. What else can I go over? Yes, it's waterproof, where the X1 isn't. And notice the R1, which would be nice to have, but it's €936. It's more expensive here in Spain, because we have to pay VAT. In America, everything seems to be cheaper. You're lucky over there, and you've got a lot more range with your drones, haven't you? I know about that. Is it the FAA or the FCC? Allow you to, I think it's double the range that Europe allow. But I'm not sure that all states in America are VAT free, or maybe it's very low VAT, 2 or 3%. Possibly it's like that in Australia. Can't remember. I was there for a year. What else do I like about it's like the X3 is like a chocolate bar. It's like a Mars bar. It's quite weighty. It's got all these doors on the side of it. You must keep them closed if you want it to be waterproof. I had a bad experience with a GoPro once, where I went in the sea with it, and somehow water got in. I don't know how. All the doors were shut. But if water gets in, then that's it really. You've got to be really sure that all the little doors are shut. And sometimes the battery, I noticed I was riding it yesterday, and I could see, it looks like it's sticking out a bit. And it being pushed in, and the phone was working. Sorry, the camera was working, but the battery was just sticking out a little bit. I pushed it in, it goes click. Be careful of that. And then there's the USB charging. Yesterday, when I wanted to download all my videos, I had about 10 of them that I'd recorded that day, about 15 gigabyte. I plugged the phone into the laptop, and for the first time it worked. When I plugged the phone with I've plugged the camera into the laptop. It looks like a phone, you see, like a small Nokia phone. When I plugged the X1 into the laptop, it didn't react at all. I tried to restart, and there was some sort of plug-in you got to download. So I went and tried to get the plug-in, but my MacBook Pro wouldn't open this file. It says it's not. It didn't say it wasn't safe. It said not recognised, something like that. So I couldn't open this plug-in to get the cable to work. That's very important, that you connect to your computer. And I don't want to keep taking the SIM out, especially on this one where you've got to take the battery out first. On the X1, it just came out the bottom. Anyway, I'm not going to talk too long about the phone. Sorry, it's not a phone, it's a camera, X3. I've got it on now. The light's gone off and the screen is completely blank, but it's recording, I know it is. And if you use it like this and you don't connect to the camera, your phone too much to edit it, the battery lasts obviously a lot longer. I turned the screen brightness down. I made a lot of other little adjustments I've noticed on YouTube videos, like turning the EV up 0.5. I've tried Vivid, now I'm using Log. Log seems to be brighter in darker conditions. So we'll see. It's nice trying all these settings and what they all do. Also, it's got 4 microphones apparently, which is good. So those are my thoughts after 2 days with the X3. And apart with the lenses, if you look at it like it's a bit disposable, I think if I was going on doing some like motocross or something, skiing, it's only going to hit the snow, isn't it? But here in the mountains, you're going to hit, if a phone falls, it's going to hit rocks. And those lenses are going to probably hit and scratch, which isn't nice. And you can't get replacements, as far as I can see. And the best lens protectors that they sell are about €22 from Insta 360. And the comments say they're good. But to get them, they're going to charge €15 more for the postage. So it's almost getting on for twice what the lens protectors cost. I don't know where you're sending them from Insta 360, but like Amazon, I've got Prime and they wouldn't charge you anything, and I'd get it the next day. I'm sure if you're posting it to me from America, it might get stopped in customs, and I've got to go to Alicante and bail it out and pay. So I wouldn't do that. So I was looking on Amazon for the lens protectors, but everyone sort of admits that the vision isn't as good, and there's flare and glare, as I can imagine there is. But they don't seem to be glass. I think we need to have, like maybe ND filters. I think they'll come that go over the lens, but they're glass, good quality. Well, you can hear a plane flying over, and I'm not sure if you can. And the birds are singing. They were singing really loudly this morning, about 5 a.m. They all take turns in singing, and then when it gets light, it sort of stops. And they're just, I'd say, tweeting.